Tina and I have been together for 20 years. Our marriage has had its share of ups and downs. We've even gone through a divorce. Yes, you heard right. Tina and I have been married to each other twice.
And through it all, we've learned that our relationship can only grow with God in the middle, bringing us together on purpose, in purpose, for His divine purpose.
So now we're sharing our story with the goal to encourage and inspire other married couples to love each other as God loves them.
Our family is reconciled. Our relationship is stronger than it's ever been.
Because we know with God in the middle of it all, we can handle anything.
We're not perfect, but we're perfect for each other.
And that's the beauty of it. Because with His love and our love, it's all love. Good morning, everybody. Guess who's back? Team Jackson is in the house, y'all. Listen, we got another wonderful Saturday morning. We back in the house. Never mind the weather, rain or shine. Listen, the sun is always out. Y'all see what I did there? Yes, sir. Love the dad jokes. They're back. We're back. You're back. We are here once again. I'm Brian. How you doing? And this gift that keeps on giving right here, right next to me is my beautiful wife, Christina. Please, could you say hi to the people?
Good morning, everybody. Y'all don't know how good it is to be back. It feels good to be back.
Well, check my watch here. It's been a minute, probably an hour, but we here. We here. Listen, we've been out for a minute. Like I said, maybe an hour, because our little man, Brian, he was out for summer break. Yeah. And Christina and I had to take some time away to make sure that everything stayed intact. Everything stayed flowing. Everything stayed going for him, making sure that things were good. But he's back in school. And I'm not saying that we threw a party or nothing, but man.
Exactly. I would say the past month has literally been a labor of love. Y'all haven't forgotten about us, have you?
Hope not.
Have you? I hope not, because I know God hasn't, because He doesn't forget our work and labor of love. Just like it says in Hebrews 6 and 10. Yep, I'm jumping out with scriptures already because I'm ready. Y'all ready? Get ready. The first part of the scripture, though, the first part of this scripture right here was encouraging to me in Hebrews 6 and 10. A portion of it says, God doesn't miss anything.
He don't miss.
He doesn't miss anything. He knows perfectly well at the labor you've shown Him by helping needy Christians, and that you keep at it. And now I want each of you to extend that same intensity towards a full-bodied hope and keep at it till the finish. Now, y'all, we've had some good days.
Run that race.
And we've had some not so good days. And we've had some days that were not so good at all. Not so. Did I say not so enough?
Okay. I think you covered the not so part.
Not so, but we did it together, which made me feel like I wasn't in this thing alone. I wasn't doing this alone. I had help. I had you. I had God. Man, I love being married to you.
Well, I appreciate that.
I love being married to you. Families like ours have an opportunity for us to love on our unique children, our unique kiddos together. I think that's cool.
I feel you about the uniqueness and everything like that, but it's not all about the special needs. It's not always that case. Y'all parents out there know how awesome it is the first day of school. Y'all know what it's about. You know, when you put your kid on the bus and the house is about to be super quiet. I mean,
yeah.
They getting all of that energy ran off at school, so when they get home, they ain't got time for it, right? I'm just kidding, a little.
No, you're not.
But we're just glad he's back in his routine, with some sense of normalcy for himself. We had, things going on with the bus drivers. He has a super awesome bus driver now.
Yeah,
we had things going on with his schooling and teaching and everything like that. Not as a group of men around him, as teachers, which is super awesome.
Yeah.
And it's his basketball coach who's his teacher, which makes it even better for him.
It's really cool.
Sounds good to me. Man getting what he needs.
Yeah.
Awesome. But real quick, also, It's still July. So shout out to all the July babies out there, man. This month
Happy birthday.
is the best month of the year. I didn't realize how many July 16 babies were out there. Our neighbor
Yeah.
is a July 16 baby. Their little one is a July 16 baby,
Yeah,
which is
their
super
grandson.
cool. Yeah, super cool. And, let me talk to all the other birthday months real quick. Listen, y'all always want to complain about the summer and everything like that. Y'all want to know why July has all the heat? Because we make it hot. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. All you July babies out there, y'all shout out. Another good shout out for me will be to my Shuggy baby, Jada. I don't care how old you get, girl, I'm gonna still call you my Shuggy. And my beautiful wife, both of them collaborated, got me a gift and everything like that. I've been wanting the Blackstone for a minute. It's about to go down.
Yes, sir.
Accessories is coming. Clean it, season it. It's about to go down, but if I'm being real about it, I ain't happy with the way the whole thing came about. The games that these two are playing weren't cool. I'm just putting it out there.
Ha! That's what you get. You too nosy. Y'all, every year he always finds out what we're doing. And this year we wanted to make sure you were surprised. So me and Jada got together and we got you.
I don't know any brother out there who wouldn't. Any brother in their right mind would like drop everything and head to the house as soon as you say there's a rat in the house. Like, I mean, come on,
Well,
man.
it wasn't in the house. I said a garage. It was in the garage. I said it was.
Is the garage part of the house?
Well, I didn't literally say there was a rat.
Bruh.
I said there looked like a rat hole.
Bruh, listen to me.
Rat hole.
You hear me.
Rat,
you
rat
hear what I'm
hole.
saying.
Rat hole.
Anytime you hear womp, 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 rat, womp, 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 house, what you gonna do? Even in my shirt and tie, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to patch up holes and, take care of the situation and everything like that. But, neither here nor there. Let's be real. I did catch her a little bit and she had to lie. She tried to lie and say she was getting in the accident. Like she was trying to say.
The accident.
I was trying to swerve
got
from
hit.
because I almost found out because she said, "Oh man," and I was like, "What? You got my gift? I'm right here."
You could hear it rattling in the back of the car. So I was like, "Oh man!" But I was answering the phone. I didn't know he was on the line yet. But
I'm right here.
It's all good. We still got you. We still got you.
Anywho, y'all did make a brother feel very special and everything like that.
Good.
Jada, y'all listen, man. Jada wanted to take me to First Watch for breakfast. She went all out of her way, paid for the breakfast. My child went half on the Blackstone.
Yes, she did.
You understand?
It wouldn't take no for an answer either.
That right there, you know what I'm saying? Bros,
yeah.
You know you doing something real cool when your kids are getting you gifts like that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like I was like, Jada, no, you shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, don't do that. But from the heart, it was cool and it made me feel like a blessed man. And I absolutely love it, man.
Yeah,
shout out to Jada. Shout out to my wife.
She loves you. She loves you. And I appreciate you too. It's no gift that I could ever give you would really, truly express how I feel about you. But the show is fun. Show is fun. Every year, getting to know you, getting to know every layer of who you are, studying you. Last night I went out with my girlfriends to this movie, and there was this statement, and it's so funny because Apostle's always saying, stuff is speaking to you all the time. Mm-hmm. And there was a statement that the gentleman made in the movie, and he said, when you love something so much, you spend your life trying to figure it out.
Message.
So and when he said that, I was like, "Oh, that's good," because it just reminded me. It automatically reminded me of me and your relationship and all this time that God has given me to learn you over the years. It doesn't get old, it doesn't get outdated, and neither does my appreciation of you.
Well, I appreciate your appreciation, man. I mean, it makes you feel good,
Appreciate the appreciation.
The appreciation is felt from the appreciation that you gave with the appreciation that I appreciated you appreciating. Can we keep moving?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are we here for?
Right.
We're talking intimacy, right? All of that stuff that we were just got through talking about,
Yeah.
and gifts and hanging out. That's intimacy. We're talking about what it is, what's involved, the types of intimacy, right?
Yeah.
We can cover all of that, but my question really is who initiates it? Who gets the party started? Who's supposed to start it up? Who's supposed to set it off? You know, and before we initiate this love episode, we're not just talking about physical, right? You know, intimacy is all encompassing. So let's get into this love episode entitled Initiating Intimacy. Now, here's the thing. We can get lost in so many other things. See, you trying to start a problem. See, I just said it's not always about the physical. I just said, y'all saw her eyebrows go up and down. It was on the camera. I can hit the rewind button right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna behave myself, or at least try to. I mean, you talking about intimacy. Hey,
It's
go ahead.
not just the physical.
No, it's not.
You understand?
It's not. It's
Can,
not.
can we talk about all
Yes.
the types?
Yes, we'll talk about all the
You know what
types.
I mean?
Go ahead. Go with the types.
Lord have mercy. Before I got lost saying what I'm trying to say, I was actually going to say we can get lost and lose ourselves trying to do other things like work and ministry, and in our case,
day-to-day.
talking about, you know, taking care of our youngins and everything like that. And you
Right.
can end up honestly neglecting each other. Real talk, we just went through it, me and Christina, honestly.
Europe.
All right. I don't know where you got that from. Can you share a little bit about, you know, what we dealt with while, you know, tending to Brian, handling Jada, you know, the whole month situation, and yeah, you spoke about dim lights and, you know, placing focuses on. Share with the people. Share with the people.
Dim lights, huh?
Dim lights. Them lights went dim. All of that.
The lights and dim.
The lights and dim.
No, seriously, it's hard to be full of love when you are empty of energy. When you ain't got no energy, it's like you just want to lay down. You don't want to deal with nothing. You don't want to talk to nobody or what have you. It's difficult, especially for us. We're caregivers, and it's tasking at times. It takes a lot of energy from you. But if you aren't careful, you'll end up empty, and you won't have nothing for yourself, and you won't have anything for your spouse. So I think for us, or at least especially for me, I started to notice that we were slowly slipping into this routine of, you know, go to work, come home, do what we got to do for the kids, go to bed, go to work. We got to do with kids and go to bed. It was like we weren't fighting or anything. It was just we were in this space of like we weren't present.
We were getting into that roommate situation. If y'all want to talk about it, man, y'all go back and watch that Choose Your Mate.
Yeah, that's one of our previous love episodes. We weren't present when we were present. We weren't, you know, seeing about each other when we were present, and it, you know, started looking like we were just passing ships. You know, it was just hey, you know, and we were just kind of just running through the motions. It was like kind of like on autopilot, and, you know, and sometimes that it can happen, and it'll cause you to feel like, you know, there's an issue in the relationship, and sometimes it's just because you haven't been intimate. Like for instance, for example, let's say, you know, have you ever felt like, you know, when you're with your spouse or what have you, then it's like there's this awkwardness, like it feels like things are off, or maybe you feel like he's upset or you feel like she's upset or what have you. And there's nothing that you're arguing about. It's just because you haven't, or at least for us, we recognize that type of feeling in our relationship means that we haven't been intimate with one another. Now, I'm talking about all the types of intimacy. Although the physical intimacy is cool, it's actually fun, it's anointed. Come on, say it's anointed. Say physical intimacy.
Continue.
I'm sorry.
Continue.
Let me move on.
Continue.
But it is. I mean, it's cool to to understand that, sometimes in your relationship you have those seasons where it's kind of awkward, it's weird, and you just have to regroup. You just have to make sure that you're intentional about your time together. Don't put your relationship on the shelf just because there's other things that's demanding your attention.
I will say this with the awkwardness. It's like you don't know if you've done something wrong, but you feel like you've done something wrong, so you're asking if you've done something wrong. It's like you're telling the truth, but you're questioning, am I lying? Like it felt that's the awkwardness to me anyway. So while we're dealing with all of this, with Brian, with Jada, with going to work, with ministry, with making sure we're holding up to our yes with Jesus and God and everything like that, we have to make sure that we're communicating with each other. That's a form of intimacy. We need to make sure that we're checking on each other. That's a form of intimacy. Like, when we're texting and saying, hey, miss you. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how was that meeting? Whatever the case may be. That's intimacy. And at some point, you did do that the other day, and I appreciate you. Brownie points. Boom, there you go.
What's over there?
That's the point that goes on the board.
Okay.
See, that's the board.
Okay.
There you go.
All
right. At some point, we're doing all of that.
Yeah.
And when you walk in the door, a hug. Hey, happy to see you. Good you made it back to the house with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. Let me hug you. That's a form of intimacy, While going through all of that, why not pray for each other? That's a form of intimacy.
Sure is.
We need to spend time with each other, whether it's just sitting on the couch with a bowl of Captain Crunch or whatever, flavor of cereal that you like, as long as it's not Frosted Flakes. Anywho, that's a form of intimacy. All those types of intimacies we just mentioned, they're intellectual, they're emotional, they're physical, they're spiritual, they're practical. And the last one, the practical one, pretty much wraps up all the other ones into one. You're literally putting things into practice and not just talking about it. One day, we should go out and walk the beach. Okay, get up and go walk the beach.
Yeah.
Let's walk around the neighborhood. Get up and go walk around the neighborhood. Spending time doing something new, mapping out conversational times, going on dates. You're doing things together that you like to do together on all levels. And yes, as Christina has really emphasized, the physical.
Yeah.
But
hallelujah.
But when you're tired, let's be real. When you're tired and you had a long day of whatever it is, fill in the blank. You both could be just like, I'll wait for him or I'll wait for her, just because I just don't have it in me right now. Like you said, you're on E. You're not full.
Well, let's call it like it is. I mean, for me, I feel like it's laziness. We're being lazy in our relationship.
Call it for what it is. If it's lazy, then it's lazy.
Relationship takes work.
Because here's the thing. In those moments, we're having this unintentional standoff, which leads to silence, and that silence is loud. So, we need to avoid all of that and answer the question, who initiates? So we're not being lazy, right? Who initiates? Well, the simple answer is you. Initiate it. Ask not, have not, right? Why be on opposite ends of the room when you both can be in the middle together? Jeremiah 29:13 says, you will seek me and you will find me when you seek me with all your heart. And this talks about us searching for God and being intentional in his pursuit with all of you, right?
Right.
No shortchanging, no shortcuts.
Nope.
It's the same with us in our relationships. And here's the thing, like Tina was saying, Christina was saying, when you're tired or lazy or whatever the case may be, does the Bible not say, come to Jesus when you're weary, right?
Right.
So in essence, don't we look for God when we're tired? So why should I neglect Christina when I'm tired? Should I not search her out even though I'm tired too?
Yeah.
At the very least, can I just ask her how's her day been? That's initiating intimacy, that's letting her know that she's on my mind. That's not just a check in the box,
Right.
it's being real and saying that I really truly care. And maybe I can, get up and make her something to eat. Maybe I can give her a hug when she walks in the door, so that she can relax. She said that she relaxes when I give her a hug. Fine. Here's my hug. All right. We're still talking about all of them now.
Yes.
Not just.
Okay. I said nothing.
But
I just smiled.
I heard your smile from like over here. Or I can just like when she pulls up to the house and I'm already at the crib, I run outside, I grab her bags. So she can come into the house. She doesn't have to carry the load all the time. You see what I did there?
I see what
Bada
you did
boom.
there. I see what you did there. Sometimes it's as simple as heading over to a park, sitting down at the lake, having a conversation, going on a walk together. We just did that the other day.
We did do
by
that the
way.
other day.
But it's really refreshing when you sit down and you have a conversation with your spouse and chat it up, having a good time, being intimate. Yes, intimate.
Okay.
I thought I said it wrong at first,
No,
so
you
I
said
repeated it a couple times. Okay, being intimate doesn't mean having sex all the time, but it is included in part of intimacy.
It is included. Yes,
I just want to make sure it's included. It's included in that, and it's part of the intimacy. It's part of that intimacy puzzle that you and your spouse get to explore and put together until death do you part. But I've been the book I've been listening to, because I'm starting to switch it up a little bit. Instead of listening to music going to work, I listen to the Bible going to work.
Are you learning how to read and study the Bible?
Aha. I am. So I was listening to Proverbs, and this scripture came up, and it just blessed me. You want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
You want to hear it? Okay. It is Proverbs chapter 5, verse 18 and 19. And it says, "Bless your fresh flowing fountain. Enjoy the wife you married as a young man.
Word.
Lovely as an angel, beautiful as a rose.
Yes, she is.
Don't ever quit taking delight in her body.
That I won't do.
Never take her love for granted.
Sure will not.
Intimacy. Intimacy.
I got it. You are the best. I mean the best. You are the best. You keeping it moving. Listen. Focus. Understand what we're trying to do here. Understand what we're trying to do here, and be intentional here. Okay. Stay focused. Listen. I think it's important to understand that sex isn't the only form of intimacy. It is the most popular. Let's be real. All you married brothers, y'all know it's important.
And sisters.
But it's not the only form.
Right.
And the other thing is, it's not the only form that men want.
Yeah.
It's such a cliche that they, this stigma where it says men only want one thing. That's false. We want a lot of things. We want to be appreciated. We want to be thought of. We want to be respected. We want to be cared for. Oh yes, a brother does want to be cared for, and I'm just going to say this because it's not stereotypical and it's not demeaning and it's not sexism or anything like that. But it does me good to get a plate of food to me. You know what I mean? That's just a brother get a sandwich every once in a while. That's cool. But I do the same for her. So all y'all can feminism things can cut that all out, because I'm not just saying let her be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. I'm just saying that helps me if I'm hungry. It's cool.
You're hungry.
Yeah, if I'm hungry, it's cool. Ask me how my day was, if I need anything, if you care for one another, you value one another, then you look to cater to each other's needs. That's just the way it is, the needs, the wants and desires. For my birthday, my wife took me bowling. We went to Top Golf. She took pictures of me. You know what I mean? We rode around a little bit. We talked. We had some fun. And I promise you, this was the first time in a while that we got to get out and just, let our hair down. Don't say nothing. And just move on. We're moving on. And just relax in each other's presence. And, she'll tell you the best gift that I got was the Blackstone. And it wasn't, man. The one thing that I wanted, needed, and desired was for my birthday present really was just to have some alone time with my wife. No slight to anything. Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. No slight to anything else that was done for my birthday. Shout out to Jada. She hooked me up. Brian with his baritone sang to me and everything like that. That was super cool. Mm-hmm. Even Mother Haley gave me a shout out and FaceTime and sang to me.
That's my mama, y'all.
Listen, man, that's my mama too. Listen, you made it to the very top when Mother Haley calls and sings happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
That's real, All of that was awesome. Even that half-baked surprise that they said they got me on, whatever, that was cool. But nothing mattered as much as being intimate the entire day with my wife. Wow. She made that happen. I'm trying to get on that Zachariah and Elizabeth level from Luke 1:6. And they were both righteous before God, walking blamelessly in all the commandments and statutes of the Lord.
Wow.
They didn't criticize each other. They were there for each other. They followed the commandments. Now, if y'all, continue to read the Bible and everything like that, the story. These were some old heads and everything like that, and they was about to have a child. That ain't the party we trying to be a part of.
Nope.
We done did that. We got our kids. They out there. We was fruitful. We multiplied. Now they doing their thing.
But as intimacy says, we could talk about the practice of intimacy. Because we're not doing that, but we can
because
still
you can
practice.
be practical. Yeah, absolutely.
No,
we
practice.
just talked about it. That's what practical is. I got it. I got it.
Practice. Okay, go ahead.
And but the pretense here is we can do that. We can do that for each other. Being blameless is making sure that we're not criticizing each other. Right? You call this turkey? Shout out to Steve. It's funny.
No,
it's funny.
It is not funny.
Listen. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving.
Really?
Brothers, listen. We're gonna keep moving. Your intimacy with each other is directly correlated, honest to goodness, with the intimacy of the Father, right? Mm-hmm. The closer you get to Him, the better you know Him, the better you understand Him, the better He can show you grace. All these things we want from our spouse. Same thing, the wants, desires, the needs, all these things we want from our spouse. And yes, again, physical intimacy. But for the brothers, I can't speak for all of y'all. I'll speak for myself, for me. It's cool when the woman initiates physical intimacy. If I'm always on the chase, and it makes me feel, at least on that level of intimacy, that, I may not be as desired as she is. Brothers, if, shout out your brother. Put some comments down here in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that, or, how you feel about that. Yes, I do give chase, but, I want to, brother, we want to be, feel appreciated too. That's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, who's supposed to initiate intimacy? The true answer for me is, who cares? If you both are focused on the wants and the needs and desires of each other, you should be in a situation where you're trying to outdo each other in giving this intimacy aspect of your marriage. Walk at Trashmore and talk. We've done that. That's both physical and emotional intimacy right there. Physical because you're walking, you're talking things through, you're getting your feelings out. That's emotional. Pray for each other. Do all that type of stuff, because when it gets down to the getting down, that's going to be even heightened because all the other senses have already been taken care of.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, we said it before, and we'll say it again. Study your spouse. Study your spouse. Find out what your wife or your husband likes, what makes them tick. If you don't know, ask. Open your mouth and ask. Don't be afraid. That the space between you and your spouse, that needs to be a safe space. If you don't know, ask about certain things. What do they like? Since we're being transparent and honest, y'all need to communicate in the bedroom. You need to communicate. You need to tell your spouse what it is you like. What is it that he likes? Ask him, ask her. See what it is that you both like. So when you're getting together, whether it's physical or what have you, you have to figure out how you can care for one another. Care, I have an acronym for care, and it's compliment, affirm, romance, and embrace each other. That's care. Take care of your spouse, whether you initiate the intimacy or not. When you take care of your spouse, you start to see that the intimacy in your relationship will become more natural and a regular part of your relationship.
Absolutely. I mean, I like the CARE acronym because, complimenting, you have to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
You're affirming your spouse. That's a form of appreciation. Brothers always like the appreciation. Romance, you've already covered that. Like the whole doggone time.
Well, you affirmed me on Sunday, remember?
But also with the romance, let's just be honest about it. A romance thing could be like just dropping a text saying, I love you.
Yeah.
Or, sending some flowers or sending some chocolates or showing up at the job with some lunch and saying, hey, we're just going to eat lunch right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're being cool. And you said, I did what?
I did what? You affirmed me on Sunday, and I appreciated that.
Oh, okay. What'd I do?
You affirmed me on Sunday. I was struggling Sunday morning.
Ah.
Yeah, that was huge affirmation.
And see, it's not that I was forgetting. It's just regular for me. You see what I did there.
All right, then.
Boom.
Okay, I got to hear that. Okay.
There it is.
There we go. All right.
New Edition said it best. Oh, yeah. It feels so good to be back where we belong.
Yes, it does.
Right here with y'all. But the thing about it is, we got to roll. It's our time.
To be intimate. I mean, I wasn't talking about that type of intimate.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank y'all for dealing with Christina's shenanigans.
Oh, we're back.
We are back, and we, prayerfully, God willing, we can get back on the hot streak with these and everything like that. Thank you all for being as cool as the other side of the pillow. As always, we have a blast with y'all. We love it when you can come and hang out. And we also love it when y'all can share that love by subscribing to our YouTube channel, by going to It's All Love 109. You can also follow us on Facebook by using our handle at It's All Love 109. You can also check out our awesome website by going to www.itsallove109.com. Check out some of the reviews, check out some of the books, check out some of everything on that bad boy, and more to come, because Christina is about 2 weeks away from being a certified life coach.
All right.
Love it. It's going to be up on that website too. Y'all can set y'all appointments and she can take care of you and give you the coaching you need. Let's get it. Until then, but y'all go ahead and drop a comment on in there. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Tell us what you want to hear later. What kind of comments, what kind of, content you want us to put out. Share with us. We can only get better if y'all, speaking to us, right? After all of that said and done, Christina.
Yes.
Can you go ahead and pray us out?
I sure can. We pray that you've been blessed by what you've heard today and we're able to see the love love in the middle of it all. We also pray that the love shown to us by Jesus, you're able to show that same love to your spouse, knowing that you can love them because he first loved you.
It has been a while since I've been able to say this, so let me make sure I get this right. me. All right, here we go. Remember, with you, your spouse, and God all on the same team, it's all love. Now y'all go on now. Go on.
Bye-bye.
Head on out of there.
Be intimate.
We out of here.